Well, would you look at that? Not even 2 days after posting my video covering the major ATLYSS update, Kiseff released a patch that addresses many of the bugs and nitpicks I had covered. That's good news, of course, and I'll be going over all that was fixed and changed so you can stay in the know. To get this video out in a timely manner, you'll have to bear with the PNG tuber. I swear I'll get back to animated content eventually. Now then, on to what you came here for. We got a small amount of new stuff, all of it quite good. There's new dyes, more hairstyles for the poons, and eye textures are now shared between all races. Enoch now has a repeatable quest for the level 20 to 25 Grove, and the Colossus tone was added to Roko's Bad Shop. And remember when I complained about those pointless icons above NPCs' heads? You can simply turn them off now with a new setting. The real meat of this patch is in the bug fixes, which there's been a considerable amount of. A few bugs revolving around disabling the HUD have been fixed. You can now sit and chat with it disabled, and the title text no longer gets stuck on screen. ATLYSS has a new font now, which was introduced a week or two ago, and with it came some tweaks in this patch. The XP bar is more readable, as well as the PvP and dungeon key counters. Certain text no longer goes off screen, and the text on the character selection screen was adjusted. There's been a couple gameplay tweaks and fixes which I quite like. The volume of the haste buff has been lowered, which was an issue if the skill was used in large crowds. Skill icons now gray out when the chat box or certain menus are open. Emoting while fishing now cancels the fishing and doesn't break the animation like before. A dupe was patched where if you sold one of an item that stacks, you can buy back the same item in whatever quantity you'd like. And to those of you who enjoyed the spin attack glitch, sorry, but that's been patched out. Multiplayer got some fixes as well. Players should hopefully no longer occasionally render as all white. The player's shadow is now hidden while under the effects of invisibility. The name tag now shows others' levels, and there were tweaks to the player's hitbox and projectile collisions, so the hit registration should hopefully feel more fair now. This was a fairly annoying issue brought about by the major update that made fighting enemies and other players inconsistent, and with any luck that's been alleviated. The Hoot tab cells have been updated to display more info, as well as look a little nicer. For a few days, the Steamworks tab was removed as Kiseff believed it was broken, which it sort of was, but after a follow-up patch it was reintroduced with the bug fixed. Speaking of that follow-up patch, I covered some of what it fixed earlier, but there's still a few more lines to go over. Dead players should load properly. Removing skills from the action bar can only be done in proper areas now, and the taunt skill has been changed from a support to an action skill. Well, I think that's about everything. All in all, these fixes are a great thing for ATLYSS, and it shows that Kiseff is making true on his promise to continue with smaller and more consistent updates. Now, not to toot my own horn too much, but I did notice that 6 of the patches listed were things I had covered in my last video. It may be a bit of a stretch to assume Kiseff watched it, but if he did, then that's pretty cool, and if you're watching now, keep up the good work. And if it was just a coincidence, then that's fine too. Either way, it shows that he's listening to the community's feedback and is adjusting ATLYSS accordingly. That's about it for this video. Subscribe if you want to stay in the know about all things ATLYSS, and see ya.